What's good, everyone? Today I'm going to be talking with my boy Elijah Dallas, who just produced for one of the biggest albums of this year, Dopamine by Tecca, while still being in high school. So dive in with me to see how he went #1 on the Billboard.
Okay, it's whatever. My hair's all. I should have got ready for this. My fault.
First question I have for you is, who is Elijah Dallas?
So Elijah Dallas is 18-year-old producer, just graduated high school, and he loves to make beats all the
Yes,
time.
yes, sir. We love to make beats around here. We love to make beats. What's your background with music? Like, how did you start? Was it a really young age? Are you fresh to this? How's that work?
Yeah. So growing up, my dad always produced music. Like same thing, produce music on the computer, and I would always want to watch him and think it's the coolest thing ever. And he would let me sit on his lap and teach me how to do it, and then yeah, it just throughout ever since I'd say I first got on Logic when I was 3 years old. He had just sitting on my pops' lap, just he's just showing me how to do it. And so,
Damn.
but yeah, so I'd say 10 years and then 5 years really honing on my craft and getting, doing it for real.
Okay, so 5 years you've been producing. So
Actually, yeah.
so 5 years ago when you picked up Logic Pro, what was going through your brain? Was it a hobby? Was it I see a bunch of people on TikTok going on FL or on their DAW? What were you thinking?
Yeah, no, so I had always, loved, I would always make beats on my dad's computer, and then once I got my own computer, it was just a hobby, because I come home from school, make beats all day, and then that's it. I wasn't your average kid that always played video games. It was just always producing. I don't know why. It's just so fun to me and it's so entertaining.
Okay, for the people that don't know you, what are some of your weaknesses and what are some of your strengths when it comes to music?
Like when it comes to music.
Yeah, when it comes to music.
Okay. So weakness is guitar, bro. I cannot play guitar. I've always tried. I have one. I just can't do it. I don't know why. It's always so hard for me. It's the hand movement and
Dude,
everything.
when I first went through your Instagram, I until right now, I thought you were wicked at the guitar.
No, I'm trash, bro.
Bro.
It's I can't play chords. I just know basic,
Oh.
basic beats, top melodies. I can't do chords, nothing like that. Yeah. Strength, I'd say, is definitely the keyboard.
Okay, the keys.
As I have a couple. Yeah, definitely the keys. Yeah.
Okay. Would you say his music theory is overrated then? Do you need?
I would say you don't need it. You
No.
don't need it because there's producers out there that can't play a single instrument
Mhm.
and they produce for Drake. You know what I mean? You don't necessarily need it. I say it's very beneficial. It's good to learn all of that. And I myself, want to take the time to do that. But technically, you really don't. You know what I mean?
Okay.
As long as you understand the craft and you know what you're doing. Yeah.
All right. So what sets your beats apart from other people's beats?
Dedication and the passion I have for music. How much I love it and I breathe it and I see it every day,
Mhm.
and just how much I'm obsessed with the craft and everything. I'd say that's what sets me apart.
Okay, that's good. Do you believe that you should be making music every single day? And do you think producers should be held to a standard that they need to be having some form of output?
I feel like for me, for instance, right, I don't make beats every day, right? I don't, life, you got life going on, things happen. But as long as I'm doing something music related, whether that's listening to music, playing the piano, or messing around with the guitar, or even watching a YouTube video on, learning more craft, as long as I feel like at least every day, as long as you're learning something or doing something productive, then you're winning. You're doing amazing.
All right, now going into this track, Hollywood, what everybody is literally here for. Man, how did you get that placement, dude? Tell us.
Okay, the story and the story is crazy, and this is all God for you, because I had watched Piece by Piece by Pharrell, the movie.
Okay.
And watching that movie, changed my life. I got so inspired by these Pharrell beats, so I started posting Pharrell beats on YouTube. And one day, I posted one, and overnight it just like hit 50K out of nowhere, and I had like 200 subscribers at the time, and it just hit like 50K views. I looked the next day, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is insane, like this is crazy. And I started getting more traction on the YouTube, and I feel like how it happened was Tecca's manager Giuseppe, he found that beat, from my YouTube, went through my YouTube, and then he ended up telling me that he played all my beats for Tecca, and then they were like, man, we really mess with you, and like we love your style. And so he's like, send me a beat pack for Tecca, and I'm like, okay. I sent him off like 10 11 beats, and then we're like, okay, we got one. And then so he's like, let's talk details, how much you sell it for, da 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 da. And then it's just like boom, and then it was just through YouTube.
That's crazy. You got a placement off of YouTube?
Yeah, and I had one of my homies was like, oh, man, I didn't even know you could get placements off of YouTube anymore. And I was like, I had no clue either, because I was just trying to do that to to make BeatStar sales and make some money. But like, it's such a blessing that it turned out this way.
For YouTube, I swear, and I always say this, for YouTube, it is not quantity over quality. If you put out quality stuff on YouTube, it is going viral.
I agree with that. I feel like as long as you have some sort of motion, you're not posting once a year, but like some sort of motion, but that the quality is what matters. Because you could have a trash beat and post a trash beat every day that's not mixed, not done well, and people are not gonna like it. I mean, I definitely agree with you that quality over quantity for sure.
I know this is a stupid question, but did you ever get to speak to Tecca at all?
No. Okay. No. I'm pretty sure. I have a feeling that when I was on the phone with his manager, I think, and I don't know for sure, I think he was in the room, because we were talking about like the potentially them signing me to Galactic, and like they were wanting to sign me, and so I'm pretty sure he was in the room. But no, actually, I never spoke to Tecca, only his manager.
And then off this placement, how many connections did you make, and how many relationships have you been building afterwards?
I can't even count. It's so amazing, and again, it's such a blessing. Like there's so many people who have like reached out and been like, man, I love your track, I love your song, and like to see something that like how God has gifted me with this gift, and how I can produce this and make someone feel a certain emotion through my music is so beautiful. But there's a good amount of connections. I can't count, honestly. Very grateful.
About the track Hollywood, what inspired you to make that specific beat?
Pharrell Williams, the movie. That's what it was. And like watching that movie, I had never related to someone like famous like that in the industry so much. Like the way the stories, his story is just like mine, everything, it's like it's so similar, and I felt so inspired, and it's like I was just like, wow, watching that movie. But yeah, it was Pharrell and the Neptunes for sure.
All right, so what was your favorite part of the beat? And if you don't have a favorite part, that's fine. But
yeah, so actually the ending where it switches, the switch up, which originally that was a bridge that was in the middle of the song, but they had switched that around. But yeah, definitely the switch to the transition into the next song. That's I love that part so much.
And you know what I have a question about? So I listened to the whole album like a couple times. All those effects that they put in the end and the beginning, were those somebody else's doings, or did you do those?
All the effects, like the phone beeping in the car and all that. Yeah, that was all them.
That was all them. So did they get production credits technically on it, or no?
No, they did. When you check the credits, it's just me. Yeah.
Because I guess you would have to clear that, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and like, I guess it's technically like not. It's just they're just sound effects, you know what I mean? But granted, like the outro and how they did the transition. So that is a good question, because like on the credits, it's just me and Tecca, but
technically they had some creativity on it,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And then did you have to get a lawyer, or how does that work?
Yeah, so My grandfather is he's a
Oh,
producer, and he's been in the music industry for years, and he's worked with like Michael Jackson and the Beatles and just everyone, and so he has tons of connections to lawyers and stuff. And we had sent the paperwork to one of his friends that's a lawyer and everything, and yeah.
okay. So you did have to get a lawyer. So if I were to get a placement tomorrow, and I needed to
Well,
find a lawyer, what would I do?
yeah, technically, no, you don't need a lawyer, to do the placement, as long as you understand um, what you're signing off on, and what the contract says for the beat and whatever, and it looks right to you. You don't need a lawyer at all. You know what I mean? But I
Okay.
just wanted to make the extra step to be safe about it.
All right. Last and final question. So we get in the plaque or what?
Yes, sir. Of course.
For
Of course.
sure. It's gonna be a little bit pricey, but it's gonna be sick just sitting up on the back, like just.
It's worth it. It's worth it. Absolutely. I have to. Have to.
All
Yeah.
right. All right. Well, hey, I appreciate your time, man. And do you have any last advice for any up and coming producers?
I'd say don't give up.
Hmm.
Never give up. No matter how doubtful you are. I've had so many times where I'm like, I'm never gonna nothing. This is not gonna work out. Don't give up. You know, always work on your craft. Always learn. The knowledge is power. Always learn. And you know, for me, most important thing is God. Always God.
Shout out to you,
So
man.
yeah, yeah, yes, sir.
All right, guys, you heard it for yourself, man. Never give up. You always gotta show up for yourself.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
All right. Well, I appreciate your time, Elijah, man. I'll catch you next time.
Appreciate you having me, brother.
All right, later. All right, guys, it's gonna be it for the video. If you like the video, like the video, comment, share, subscribe. In the description, I'll leave Elijah's YouTube and his Discord. Make sure you guys show him some love. Please don't go rushing and spamming his DMs. Have some manner, you guys. Till next time, I'll see you later.